Megavanan, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today on Fantasy Friday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Now, before I actually get started in the game, there has been a lot of Lord of the Rings news that I'd like to go ahead and take a few minutes to do and probably cut and upload onto my stream for other people to watch. So I appreciate your guys' patience for a few minutes while I go ahead and do this. But we're going to go ahead and get into game first, so that the game's not going to leave on me, and I have some nice background music too for the stream. So we'll go ahead and give this a try. We'll get into game here real quick, and then I will go over all the news that's fit to print, because there is a lot of it that has happened over the past few weeks. For those of you who are not aware, unfortunately, I've been having some internet issues, and then I fell and hurt myself, and I've been in a bit of pain. I'm still in a little bit of pain right now, but I'm alive. I'm doing well, so I figure I'd go ahead and get back to things and see how things go. But let's go ahead and get into game first, and then we will go ahead and work on that video, and then we will go ahead and stream. Let me get set up here real quick. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and get this video going here. Let me turn my background music down just a little bit. I want it in. There we go. All right. Go ahead and this. Okay, 1 second. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Talisian. Normally I'm a streamer for Lord of the Rings Online, but today we have a lot of news that I want to go ahead and share with you real quick. Excuse me, before we get started. First off, I'd like to let you know that Lord of the Rings Online and Magic Online are celebrating together. The Lord of the Rings and Magic are celebrating. They recently released Magic the Gathering The Hobbit for release. A friend of mine, in fact, my roommate just went to the release for it and showed me some of the cards. They look amazing. And some of the, I've seen online some of the full art cards and some of the designer cards, and they look great. If you play Magic the Gathering, I highly recommend you get some of these cards. But Magic the Gathering The Hobbit has arrived in Magic Online. Learn more about this exciting new addition to the game. And there's an article on it on magicthegatheringonline.com, which I won't go to. I'll go ahead and put a link down below on the news for the video here. But here, we have a special thank you for Lord of the Rings Online players who want to check out the excitement in Magic Online. Download the game, set up a new account, and then input this code, LOTRO MTGO 2026, inside the Magic Online store to get 2 free avatars, a collection upgrade kit with several thousand cards, and a free account upgrade. I don't normally play Magic Online, but this might get me to do it. I'll have to see. I may have an account already, but you can download and play Lord of the Rings Online for free. Magic Online players can download and play Lord of the Rings Online for free and download the game client at LOTRO.com. And then here's the reverse of it. To celebrate this fun crossover event, there is a special coupon code available to all players through the end of August. You use the coupon code LOTRO MTGO 2026, and you get Bill the Pony, a loyal companion decoration, the Samwise portrait frame, which as you can see here down below, looks like nice flowers, the riding skill, which allow you to ride mounts in the game, and a universal toolkit usable by any crafting profession. I actually already have one of the universal toolkits on my crafting characters, and it is a huge boon. One of the things it does is it, let's see here real quick. Let me pop into game real quick. I can actually show you, because I have it right here. There we go. The universal toolkit gives you a 20% increased critical chance on all crafting skills, a break on harvesting skills, 3 seconds off researching duration, 3 seconds off farmer and forester harvesting, as well as a 20% chance for a critical. I mean, it's a great thing to have. It's normally only like 100, 150 LOTRO points, but I highly recommend that for any character. So it's a great thing to get, and this is nice. You can get it for free using this code LOTRO MTGO 2026 in the in-game store. And here's an example of the portrait frame that you get. Potatoes, of course. And here's a picture of the Bill the Pony Loyal Companion. That's what he looks like. So again, I highly recommend doing that if you're, even if you're not playing Magic the Gathering, just get the free events. For every character to get the riding skill for free is a huge, huge break, because it allows you to use any items, ride mounts in the game, and it added a trait riding characteristic. So it's just the basic riding, which is 68% increase, which is still fantastic to get. Other thing that I wanted to recommend everybody, let you know, is the Farmer's Fair is now live. It started on August the 13th, and it runs till 3 a.m. on September the 8th. And there is a huge guide over at LordofTheRings.com. Again, I'll do my best to put a link in it down below. You get the Farmer's Fair has arrived quest, which I already have in-game right here. Right here. The Farmer's Fair has arrived. Ready yourself for travel to experience this year's Farmer's Fair. Hurry and join the festivities. You get a map. You immediately travel to the town of Bywater when you complete this quest, and you get a map to Bywater and a map to the party tree, all for free. I mean, even if you don't do any of the quests, actually having a map to Bywater and a map to the party tree, which is a free port for any character level 5 or above, huge thing to have. Put it in your shared bank, and you can pass it around to other characters, because I don't believe they are. It's bind on acquire. Oh, so that might be. I think that means it's probably bound to the character then. So I don't think it's bound to account. So, but still, having that on a character is still a good thing to have. And the Farmer Fair displays takes place in Bywater, the Party Tree at Arid Lewin, at Thorin's Hall, Celadim, and Duliond, the Breeland Pond, for some of the fishing quests, and the horse fields, where you can do the festival grounds and the Shire, and do the 2 horse racing quests. Make sure you start your Farmer's Fair with a visit to Campula Chubb, who has the Rapper quest for you. She offers you several of them. A Sunny Fair Day takes part in 10 Farmer's Fair activities. Fun at the Fair, which is a number of days completing each one, because there's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. As well, you get legendary items, Figments of Splendor, Farmer's Fair tokens, incomparable tracery tokens, very good to get, and more. And there's also the seasonal, the Coins of the Rift. This quest is completed by collecting 7 forged Rift Iron coins from Farmer's Fair's seasonal instance called Boss from the Vaults, Thrang. So if you do the seasonal instance and pick up 7 of those coins, you can complete the seasonal event. Now, I think that is party only. I don't think you can solo that. But you'll need to check. Actually, we can check in game real quick. Let me check. So we go here. Instance Finder. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Collapse, Seasonal, Farmer's Fair, Boss on the Vaults, Thrang. Yes, that is a size 6. The instance, the perfect picnic, though, is a soloable instance, but you do need 6 people in order to do it, and it is on level, so I highly recommend you get a full party and do that, because you will need a full party to do that. But there are dozens of quests available to run during the Farmers Fair, from collecting mushrooms, catching tipsy festival goers, helping various festival vendors, dancing, keg racing, and more. Farmers Fair is also a fishing paradise, with numerous quests available to catch fish and earn rewards. Additionally, both the Inn League and the Ale Association are running their activities during the fair, and festival dance leaders are around to teach you the special dances by completing their quests. Special deeds can also be earned by completing various quests and instances. There are 2 of them. I mentioned Boss from the Vault's Thrang has a minimum level of 50 and needs 6 people. And the solo instance is called the Perfect Picnic. Now, I've done the Perfect Picnic on stream before. It's actually a very fun instance. There are good rewards to get, so I highly recommend doing that. Also, they're bringing back the Staddle Besieged. The farmers of Staddle need help. Shrews and cave claws have been using the tunnels beneath the fields of Staddle to pillage the town. The people of Staddle are begging for stout-hearted, adventuresome folk to aid them in their time of need. Talk to Humbert Thornborough in Bywater, or head straight to Staddle and report to Constable Tangle Rush for more information. Staddle Besieged is a series of 6 quests, plus a daily wrapper that is available only during the Farmers Fair. You can earn Farmers Fair tokens for helping hoblins in need, and keep an eye out for treasures found within the Understaddle that may include pipeweed, cosmetics, dyes, and even a pet. Now, some of the rewards they have available, there are some new rewards. There's the Pack of Highland Pastures, the Hat of Highland Pastures, so it looks like the Highland Pastures outfit is available. The Copper Hooped Wooden Keg, the Hobbit Trellis, Fair Pole of Highland Pastures, and the Wreath of Highland Pastures, including this wonderful little calf of the Highland Pastures is also available. And you can pick them up by either Farmers Fair tokens or mithril coins, whichever ones that you have plenty of. And he looks cute. He's got that little farmer hat on. So if you like pets, you've got one that you can go after. And here's an example of the new mount. The Steel-Hooked Wooden Keg, Tipped Traveler's Wagon, and the Tome of the Lush Grodbog Protector. But this is one of the mounts I've got here. Looks like it's a Goat of Highland Pastures. So that's the new mount that's available. And then here's the new pack that's available too. And then at the bottom of the page there are some further reading notes. Have you gone through that there? Yes, I'm actually. Thanks, Goose Gobin. Goss Gubin. I'm actually about ready to cover that. The release timing for Angmar and Mordor's remaining updates. Now, as you know, Angmar and Mordor are temporary servers, or legendary servers. They're going through the expansions one at a time up to a certain point, and then they will go ahead and turn into. They'll be you'll be able to transfer off of them into regular servers. We are excited to share our plans for the rest of the Angmar and Mordor Legendary World experience. All the dates are tentative, and they will coincide with updates to the game, so there could be some minor timing adjustments. But we are currently expecting to update Angmar and Mordor to the Mordor and Northern Mirkwood level cap of 115 around September 9th. We currently expect to release Minas Morgul, the War of Three Peaks, and the Blood of Agzog around December the 16th. We currently expect to release the level cap of 140 along with Gundabad and Before the Shadows King's Gondor around January 13th, 2027. And this will be the final update to the Angmar and Mordor Legendary Worlds. Free transfers from these worlds will begin at that time and continue until March the 30th. They'll have more information about the transfers earlier next year, but you can expect the transfer process to be similar to other transfers they've done in Legendary servers in the past. So this is what they've got so far for the ending of the Angmar and Mordor. So it looks like the last expansion will drop around January 13th, and then you'll be able to free transfer off of there up until March the 30th. And I think there's only going to be, they'll give more information as they get closer to transfer process, but as it has been in the past, they're usually limiting it to specific worlds that you can transfer to, and that information will be posted again as they get closer to the transfer point. And the last piece of news that I want to cover in this is the current sales. For this week, double bonus points are back. You can get twice the bonus points in the LOTRO store through August the 23rd. You can also stand out from a cloud to get 30% off of shared wardrobe, shared select cosmetic outfit slots, the mounted combat trait, select cosmetics, and the weekly Groupon is a free 10% speed run boost for 6 hours. The code is Swift Summer, and that's all through August the 20th. So really briefly, that's all the news that we currently have available in Lord of the Rings Online for right now. So I thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very, very soon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I'll cut that out, and I'll go ahead and upload that later as a separate video. Thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate that. I've never done that before, so it was nice to do it. Oh, and you loved the cat chicken video from earlier today? Thanks, Des Descardo. I had a good time doing it. It's been a while since I've done some cat chicken videos, so I really needed to do that. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just get this quest out of my way. It's going to transport me back to Bywater, but I'm going to go ahead and port right back, so we'll go ahead and finish that now. Welcome to the Farmer's Fair. And there's a remote quest for it. And I've got some unclaimed rewards. I haven't gone very far into the track, unfortunately, because I haven't been playing much. But I got a couple claims here. Some runes and a rare sealed tracery. So we'll go ahead and grab those. And I actually need to go and get... we need to go ahead and port back to Bree anyway, so let's just go ahead and do that. But before I do, we've got some Hobbit gifts every day. Oh, well, let's do this. Let me wait. There we go. Much better, much better. Every day is a Hobbit's birthday, ladies and gentlemen, and we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. Now you can actually see what presents I get. Excuse me. Okay. So for the silver present, 100 Virtue XP and a Landscape Soldier token. What that Landscape Soldier token allows you to do is actually allows you to have your Landscape Soldier who usually accompanies you on skirmishes. He can adventure with you in the real world if you need a little extra fight. And he adds 1 hour of soldier time, and you're capped at 5 hours. And for the gold, 200 Virtue XP and 2 Greater Potions of Morale. So let me go ahead and use those up. And I need to head back to Bree real quick before we continue on, because I need to get my VIP stuff. So we'll just port to Bree real quick and then port back to Minas Tirith. So I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm glad to be back behind the camera and microphone again. Things have been going well. Been a little bit on the difficult side for me as of late. But I'm getting better. Let me go ahead and get those off the screen. Let's go ahead and mount up on my horse. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Life has been a little bit on the crazy side lately. I've had a lot of stress. I actually fell down and hurt myself and was kind of out of action for a couple of days. I'm feeling a little bit better. But, let me turn around and advance right there. I don't like that bloom. That bloom really annoys me, so let me get off there. No, I don't. I've got that all turned off. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So let's go ahead and pick up my VIP stuff while I'm here. And then we'll get back to Minas Tirith.
Would you do something for me? How can I be of service?
All right, so there we go. Now we've got the jug and the... There we go. Now I can open up my shared storage. And let's see what we've got here. That's a scholar's case, which I do not need. And that's junk. This is a box of 2 essences. Let's see what essences I get. Major essence of vitality and major essence of agility. Okay. There's an uncommon tracery. We'll go ahead and burn that off. That's the new armor, one of the new armor pieces that I got. I need to start playing around with those a bit. And there's the map to shared storage, faction. That's where I store my maps. Well, but they are bound to me, so actually let's put that in my personal storage, which is actually almost full. Here we go. And some runes. We'll go ahead and use those runes. The Seal Tracery Rare. The Landscape Token will go into the buffs. These will go there. And we can go ahead and sell. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's head back to Minas Tirith. And we will go ahead and get back to our questing. Now, I actually need to go to the Citadel if I want to continue with the book quests. Volume 3, Book 4, Chapter 7 is what I'm up to. And it's Ring of Foes. I need to talk to him at the top of the Citadel. So we will go ahead over here.
Gondor needs your aid.
And I need to go to the Master's tier. There we go. So we'll go ahead and get back into questing. Once I get up there and I talk to Ormatar in the Citadel atop Minas Tirith. There we go. Alright, so we'll find out what Ormatar needs. Because we are getting ready to head to the Battle of Pelennor Field, so I know there's going to be a time jump coming up sometime very, very soon. There he is right there. Captain of the Citadel.
I've been looking for you. The steward has summoned you.
You are Sinchantra, the hunter? Ah, you must be. Who else might carry themselves as you do? I've been looking for you. The steward has summoned you.
Peregrine the Halfling will bring you before the steward.
Am I right to believe that you have met Peregrine the Halfling? Lord Denethor has named him a guard of the Citadel despite his stature. He will bring you to the steward. Tarry not. Alright. And here is Peregrine. Mr. Peregrine Took.
I will bring you before the steward. Keep your wits about you.
For he has a somewhat frightening countenance. He is a great man of importance, I do not doubt it. But he is very stern and does not go out of his way to cushion the effects of his words. Alright, then let's go talk to Denethor.
There is much to do, and now I hear the steward has summoned my friend for an audience. Time-wasting rubbish.
This is the Tower Hall. Now, do not tell anyone, but the steward makes me nervous. I will show you where to go, and then return to my posting outside. I'm glad he does not need me at the moment. This way. This hall is very grand, but I would much prefer a cozy hobbit hole. Everything is so big and cold. Sinchantra is here, my lord. Ah. Imrahil told me you were with my son when he fell before the city. Would that you had drawn his foes away or put yourself between his horse and the wraiths. He fights still, but it is an unnatural wound. It saps his strength and his body is wasting away. My son. Denethor's voice breaks, and his eyes drawn back to Faramir's bed. He shakes his head, and when he speaks again, his voice is full of iron, and his fists are clenched. Do you know what it is like to live so near to Mordor? Do you know what it is like to stand on the wall of your city and see flames on the horizon, knowing that they signal some terrible work of evil? Do you know what it is to be always in the thought of creatures so vile and so terrible that even death cannot master them? I know what it is like, Hunter. Every morning I wake up knowing it, and every evening I retire to my chamber knowing it. And in the darkest reaches of the night, I wake from troubled dreams, knowing it. I have struggled long with this knowledge, and I struggle still, though my sons and heirs be taken from me. I struggle for my people. Come with me. I would show you something. Denethor has brought you to a secret chamber high in the Tower of Echelwi. Is that what I think it is? That's the Palantir. Oh boy. Oh boy. No one comes in this chamber without my leave, and I grant that sparingly. When I look at you, I see a student of Mithrandir. The wizard has been a friend to Gondor so far, but he does not have the full measure of my trust. Why should he possess it? He is not of this land, and if the battle turns ill, he will simply leave it, leaving my people to suffer and die. But I am not without weapons. I brought you here so you will see that I still fight the enemy, though none appreciate the battle I wage within this high chamber. This is a seeing stone, an heirloom of the kings of old. I have turned it to my will. Oh, Denethor.
Look deep within the stone, as I have done. Will you see what I have seen?
He really wants me to use a Palantir? I don't know. Alright. Here we go. Let's see what we see. I'm here in Pelennor. I'm out near the Gateway Forts, heading toward Osgiliath.
The forces of Mordor fill Osgiliath and spill into the plain.
Osgiliath was our last line of defense, and now it is taken. The armies of the enemy spill onto the plain, and their siege engines and weapons of war eagerly follow. The forces arrayed against us are vast, and they hunger for our destruction. And now I'm taking a view of Talath Anor over near the courseway to Tower Draudan. Hirgon.
Hirgon, errand rider of Gondor, he is slain.
Hirgon was to present the red arrow to Theoden of the Riddermark, and by doing so summon the riders of Rohan to our defense. He has been gone for more than a week, and now that I see he is slain, no one is coming to help us.
The red arrow will not come to Rohan. We are alone.
Well, that's not good either. Hirith Ungol.
No! Mithrandir's lackey is held captive.
Mithrandir does not share his mind with me, but I know the dream that came to my sons. The dream that tried to snare Faramir but stole Boromir instead. This must be the halfling, captured by the enemy and held in his tower. We are undone by the folly of Mithranor, or Mithranir. You recognize
My greatest fear comes to pass. Isildur's bane, taken by the enemy.
That was Frodo. Ooh. This does not look good. I have seen a great deal in the scene, Stone Hunter, but these terrible visions fill me with a dread as never before. You know what else I saw in the stone? Hirgun and the Red Archer did not make it to Rohan, and the foolish one Mithrandir sent to Mordor as a captive in Cirith Ungol. Yes, I know of that errand, and I know that it has failed. Whatever that fool brought with him is now gone, and if it is the weapon I perceive, it will not matter if the gates of Minas Tirith last 5 minutes or 5 hours. The end will come. Listen to my words, hear what I say, and the terrible truth in them. There can be no turning back from this doom. It comes, even now. Hear them and know that they are true, for the doom of Gondor is at hand. Now entering Minas Tirith Besieged.
So the Arnor Stone remained in the tower. I wondered if it was so.
The armies of Mordor have encircled the city. The siege has begun. You tell Mithrandir that you spoke with the steward and that Denethor spoke to you of many things that he saw within the depths of the Palantir. At that, Mithrandir looks up sharply. So, the Arnor Stone did remain within the tower. I had wondered if it was so. Denethor's had a stubborn and strong will for all the years of his life, but he seeks to gain some advantage over the enemy by using the Palantir. The wizard scowls and shakes his head. Denethor is too occupied with his grief for Faramir to work any evil on that score, but he will also be of no use in the defense of the city. Imrahil and I will mount the defense, and we will need your help. And it looks like I can pick up an earring.
There is no more leaving the city. Minas Tirith is surrounded.
Book 4, Chapter 9. The City Besieged. There is no more leaving the city. The Morgul host has surrounded Minas Tirith, and Pelennor is filled with their weapons of war. They have not yet broken the gate, but there is still much harm that they can cause even from their position beyond the walls. You must do what you can to help the city's defenders. The Council of Gondor is in disarray. Go to the Dome of the Sun and learn what you can do to help them communicate their resolutions. Lamlor, the captain of the Tidings, will need help to send messages throughout Minas Tirith. Ingold's atop the wall at the north end of the Third Circle, and he will need your help to manage his fear and the fears of the men behind the walls. Terror will be the greatest foe of our guardsmen, and they will need to master it if they are able to mount an effective defense. The armies of Mordor will be using catapults and other siege weapons to launch burning stones over the city walls and into the city. Find Rathian, the Warden of the Wells, in the Sixth Circle near the street that leads up to the Citadel, and help him extinguish some of the fires before they can spread. So it looks like I have a bunch of quests to do. But I don't believe there are any... no, there are no stable masters now, so I have to traverse this all on my own. So we start over this way. We'll see what we can find along the way. All right, we're coming up onto the ramp. We should be over here to my left. All right, so it looks like the first person I need to talk to is going to be over this way. As soon as I can find an up passage. There we go. And there he is right there. Here's Ingold, captain of the outer wall. Holy crap, look at that. Things are not looking good for Minas Tirith.
An icy chill grips my heart.
And it takes all of my strength to stand here at the wall. My heart quails and would have me fly from my post in terror.
Ingold lowers his voice and speaks in hushed tones.
The enemy has catapulted vile ammunition onto the city. Heads they have taken from the soldiers caught outside the walls in the Pelennor and Talathanor. The barrage has caused men to cast down their weapons, fleeing from the sight of friends and family returned in this horrible fashion. I am not immune to this weapon of Mordor. I have recognized the faces of that terrible reign. It was the fate of Barant, and I wept to see it. Can you gather up the weapons and shields that were dropped by the frightened men as they fled their stations? We need that equipment and those men if we are able to stand against the armies of Mordor.
Luckily, I can pick up most of them right here. Only me. Go ahead and grab these shields and weapons and turn them in. There we go.
I do not blame them for running, but we need them to master their fear.
Thank you for gathering up that equipment, my friend. Now we need men to wield them once again. I do not blame them for running. Evil are the sights in the war, but this is worse than even a hardened soldier of Gondor could expect. But we must not give up hope. If the men who ran do not return and fight, they will prove great allies to the foes outside of the city. Only by returning to their posts and facing their fears can they strike a blow against such evil. Find the men who ran and tell them to return. We need every soldier of Gondor to master his fear and stand against the host of Mordor, or all is already lost.
Okay. So where are the men? Oh, they're all scattered down here. There we go. Good, I got one to return. Nope, he's not going to return. He'll return. Nope. I'm not having good luck, am I? Oh, luckily I can keep doing these circles and try to get the 6 that I need. That actually helps. All right. And he's back up there on his spot. There they are.
I will fight until the last of my courage is spent.
You did well, my friend. I too will fight until the last of my courage is spent in order to revenge the sad fate of my friends. Varathant will be avenged, and if it is in my power to prevent the destruction of Gondor, I will do it.
All right. So now we need to head up to the fires in the city. Where is that? That is going to also be up on the Master's tier. Oh, Kun! Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. So we need to head all the way up to the Master's tier. So we need an up, which is going to be back this way. And since there are no horses right now, I guess I'm going to have to use my own. Or in this case, my elk. That's the only thing I don't like about Minas Tirith, especially this iteration of it. There's no stable. I have to go everywhere on my own. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I understand for story's sake it makes sense. So we'll go ahead and we're coming up to the next ramp. There it is. Also seeing if there's any other quests here that I can pick up and complete. There we go. Actually, the one advantage is the fact that there are no plaques up here for me to search around for. It actually does work a little bit better. And there's a Rathon, who I need to complete the quest, Fires in the City.
Fire threatens to spread throughout the city.
The armies of Mordor have catapulted flaming stones into the city, and the fires are threatening to spread. My men have set water buckets on each level, but there are simply not enough to go around. If you can help put out the blazes before they spread, you will be doing the city a great service. Quickly, start here in the 6th circle and use one of the water buckets to put out the flaming stones. Then work your way down to the city, level by level. There will be water buckets near the ramps down from each circle, but they may not be near enough to the fires. Unless you hurry. Go with my blessing, friend. We cannot fight both the fires and our foes at the same time. We must control the blazes before the enemy gets into the city. You extinguish the burning stone. There we go. And you see I got to go down to each level. So let's go down to pick up a water bucket in the besieged city. So we'll go down to the 5th circle. There's a bucket of water. Extinguish the burning stone in the 5th circle of the city. Now we'll head underneath and then into the 4th circle and we'll take out its flaming stone. There's the water bucket. And the 4th circle is over by the stairway, so we're going to have to... And I can't ride my horse. If I mount up on my horse, I'd drop the bucket, so I have to do this manually. At least I have my hunter speed. I do have find the path, which is plus 25 out of combat run speed, so that does help a little bit at least. But it's going to be near the stairs is where I'll be dropping this off at. That's not too bad. And there's the stone. You extinguish the stone, and Forlong calls out to you happily.
This gets the blood flowing, does it not?
It puts me in mind of any number of great adventures, and I look forward to adding to my list of great deeds. Googlesil here does not share my enthusiasm, so I have resolved to have enough of it for both of us. Let the enemy gain the wall, and we'll see how many of them it will take to wipe the smile off my face and the laughter from my lips. More than they've bought, I wager.
doom hangs over the city. Forlorn does not seem to care.
Does he not realize that this might could spell the end for Minas Tirith and for Gondor? We are surrounded. Now, the gate has never fallen, but there has never been an army under Pelennor like the one that fills it now. I cannot explain Forlorn's disposition. Ha! I cannot even understand it.
So now we can head back down. There we go. Not that far away, luckily. There it is. I've extinguished that burning stone. Welcome back, everybody. I didn't worry about it too much since I'm still going to be working on this quest for a little while still. I also want to go ahead and pick up the port point to here so that I can travel back to this town, to this version of Minas Tirith. Whoa, wrong way. There's the bucket of water. And now we need to head that way. Ah, Duna here, the Lord of the Blackroot Vale.
It is good to see you making yourself useful, friend.
My sons wanted to charge out of the city and take on the enemy by themselves. Their hearts burned for battle, but I have set them to more reasonable tasks. When that great ball came down trailing fire behind it, it took a large bite from the wall. For now, my sons work to shore up the defenses and repair what they can. They grumble about it, but I know there will be fighting before the night is over. They will have their chance. I hope you will be ready as well when that time comes. Will not be long now, Hunter. And that's the end of that. I'm going to go ahead, though, and pop down to the first circle real quick because I want to pick up the port to here. And then we'll head up and back up to the top where I need to go to the Dome of the Sun.
No? No millstone down here? Well, that kind of sucks. I figured there'd be a millstone down here. I guess not. Okay. No, no millstone. Okay, well, then let's head on back up. Actually, I think there is something I can get here.
Men approach. I hope you are prepared.
Oh, I need kindred standing in order to get a return to Minas Tirith. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head to the Dome of the Sun up on the 6th level. If they did have all those plaques, this would be a good time to just get them all. But there are none, as you can see. Here we go. Now, I do know that my warhorse from Rohan is actually faster, but I don't trust myself trying to navigate these halls with it. I don't think I would be able to get very far. And we want to go this way. I think I'd end up and fall off on one of the ledges. Ah. No, don't do that. Go the way I want you to go. Thank you very much. Which way? There we go. Almost there. All right, before I go into the Dome of the Sun, I need to step away real quick. I will be right back. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead into the Dome of the Sun and talk to Lamlor about what he needs. What's going on? Oh, those are just some more troops that are heading out into the city.
The withered tree has left us a message.
The siege is well and truly begun. We must hope that our preparations were enough and that the gate stands strong. Should hold the enemies outside at bay for some hours, I hope. But it's the enemies within our walls that concern me right now. Look at the model of the city and the scroll that now decorates it. This message is the work of the withered tree. The end has come. That may be so. But I'm going to ensure that the withered tree reaches its end before we do. Some members of that group have gained access to the Dome of the Sun and committed this act while we were busy elsewhere. Now, I am the captain of the tidings, and I send forth errand riders throughout the city and to other parts of Gondor, but that is not my only title. I'm also spy master for Minas Tirith, and I know how a group like the Withered Tree operates. They must have gained some of the passwords for the upper circles of the city. Hurden must change the passwords. We have not used the current set for as long as usual, but in a time of war, 3 hours may seem like days. Ask him for the new passwords and give them to the guards at the gates of the upper circles. Then, find members of the Withered Tree in the lower circles and make them cease their hasteful whisperings. I will meet you in the first circle when you have proved successful.
So it looks like this is a slightly involved quest as well. Keeper of the keys and grounds of Minas Tirith.
We must change the lesser passwords. It is time.
I have already written a new set of passwords for the gates into the upper circles of the city. Show them to the guards and then destroy this parchment. Perhaps that will hinder the movement of the Withered Tree into the upper levels. After the passwords have been set, Lamlor wants you to find members of the Withered Tree urging descent into the lower circles? If you'll be able to recognize them, I suppose. They've become more brazen in recent days, and now that the siege has begun, I suppose they have nothing more to lose. They may be pretty obvious to you now. Go with haste, and remain loyal to the Council and to the Steward. And it's appropriate. I'm riding the Elf Ambassador's horse. That's kind of appropriate, I think. Wait, I think I missed it.
Already a new password.
Very well. I recognize Hurden's mark and will see to it that no one passes this gate says who know the password Light of Hope. It's an appropriate password, but we still possess that which it speaks of when this night ends.
I believed we would soon need new passwords.
This is Huron's mark, and now it recognize only the new password, Flame of Victory. I hope it is our victory, and not the victory of Mordor that this password presages.
One thing I will say is that when Turbine originally created LOTRO, they had envisioned the quest to be more of a support role. You would not be doing what the Fellowship does, but you would be helping the Fellowship as much as you can. And this is one of the things that if the Fellowship was here, they'd be doing. They'd be doing their best to make sure Minas Tirith was safe, and doing anything they can to help the Steward and the Council of Gondor to maintain control. So it does make sense.
The orcs of Mordor will not turn from this gate for the lack of the password.
A new password already, huh? I think it is time for the passwords is behind us. The orcs of Mordor will not turn away from my gate because they lack the password. But this is Huron's mark, and I'm bound to obey. The new password will be triumphant. But whose triumph will it be, I wonder?
You destroy the parchment containing the new passwords. Now I need to head down to the fourth circle and find the supporters of the withered tree.
The steward is a fool! We will not die for him!
He has sold the city to our enemies, and now he asks us to die for him. None of us will see the dawn. Die, Shanchantra, and know that the withered tree has ended your tale.
No, I think I will end yours. Oh, the Bane of Rune has issued their challenge to the heroes of Middle-earth. Do I need the Bane of Rune? No, I don't need him, but I'm going to monitor chat. I might have to show up there real quick, but let's go ahead and see if I can finish up most of this first. I don't know how I'm going to get back here.
There is no hope for us. The council and the steward have failed.
And doom this city to fall. Can you not hear the harsh cries from beyond the walls? We should have listened to the withered tree and cast these leaders on the highest level of Minas Tirith. Perhaps then we would have been spared.
Now I need to head down to the second circle. 1 second. Did I just get an update? Nope. Just the fact that the portal, that the Bane of Ruin is there, so. Let me go ahead and oh, I actually got to go back this way. There we go.
The host of Mordor will spare us if we open the gates.
We must open the gates. Have you not seen the parchments of the wither trees placed throughout the city? The host of Mordor will spare us if we open the gates. The orcs only want the steward and the council. They will allow the common folk to live if we let them in. It is wisdom. We must open the gates, and I will kill you if you try to stop me.
Alright, so now I need to head down. I went ahead and joined a raid group if I'm lucky enough to get get a location and I can get there. Oh, it was all the way out in Durndingle. I'm not going to head there. I can't get there easily anyway, even as a hunter.
Supporters of the withered tree are both disloyal and foolish.
You found supporters of the withered tree throughout the lower circles of the city? I knew you would. There are more and more of them with every passing hour. I have been kept quite busy keeping them away from the gate. Can you believe they think that they will find mercy with the armies of Mordor? They are disloyal and foolish, both. Keep fighting for Gondor, and I will do the same against any and all foes.
Alright, let me go ahead and talk to Imrahil, because I really can't leave I really can't leave Mordor besieged right now. I thought I was going to find something, but I still got a quest on. I can't head over there yet.
yourself! The enemy prepares another assault! To me, soldiers of Gondor!
To participate in the defense, open the Epic Battles panel and select the Defense of Minas Tirith. After you successfully complete the defense, you'll be returned to the location from which you entered it. Alright, so I guess we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, I can't get to the Entwood, so I'm just going to leave the raid. And we're going to start the epic battle, the Defense of Minas Tirith. Main defense, open the Epic Battles panel, select the Defense of Minas Tirith from the menu. How do I suggest the... Oh, I got 8 points to spend here first on the promotion tree. Why is it not allowing me to... This is weird. I'm in the Epic Battles panel and it's not letting me do anything. There we go. The Defense of Minas Tirith right there. The war for Gondor begins as Sauron's armies march for Minas Tirith. Can the men of Gondor master their fear before the enemy reclaims the White City? I have no idea how well I'm going to do here. But let me go back to the Epic Battles panel and spend some of these points I've got. It's not letting me, of course. So, screw it. We'll just do the best we can. Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
I am glad you have come at this dark hour, my friend. Sauron's armies have encircled the city, and now only battle can decide the fate of Gondor. The strength of men shall be tested this day. Let us hope we have done enough to ensure that their courage does not falter. The Prince of Dol Amroth and the Lords of Gondor have gathered in the tower above. Come, we must meet them before the battle is joined.
The Dark Lord commands the full weight of his armies to march against Minas Tirith, hoping to break any defense that yet remains and deal a mortal blow to the defenses of men. A loss this day spells only doom for every living creature in Middle-earth. We cannot fail. We must not fail.
Frontier, you have come just in time. Their forces wield all manner of weapons, and great towers of which I have never seen the like loom above them all. They do not march yet, but I see their ranks shifting restlessly. It cannot be long now.
The enemy wields many weapons, but none greater than fear.
You inspire hope even in the darkest of times, Mithrandir. The men of Gondor shall be honored to fight at your side.
I shall stand beside you then, and keep your men from despair.
The din of the enemy's armies grows louder still. We must move now.
It is time.
So it is, so it is. I cannot even have a few words with these fine men before the enemy would see me slain. Well, I will let my axe speak for me then.
My men await my command. Dwayne here, call your sons and let us go. Dweely, Derafin, the time for scouting is over. Follow me onto the wall. At once, father. Derafin, stop wasting your arrows and get in position. Call it a waste, brother. I've done more to thin their numbers than all this talk.
Time to cut them down!
Kill! My brother and I will slay them to the last, my friend. You must defend us and keep the Southrons from gaining a foothold on the wall.
Defeat the Mumakil and repel the Southlands.
No power here. Be gone.
Stand fast.
Look
and
to the
hold your
fields!
ground.
A siege tower of the enemy approaches!
I'm honestly not sure where I'm supposed to be right now.
Weaken those shrapnels and lessen their burden on the wall!
How do I...
Make haste! Assail the tower and set it aflame! The tower burns! Escape to the wall before it collapses!
Why can't I attack him? How the hell... maybe I gotta come up here? Alright, that was a waste. Let's come down here. Defeat the Mumakil and repel the Southrons in the tower.
We must move now to aid the other defenders. The hope of Gondor cannot falter.
Focus on staying alive, men! This fight isn't over yet. For Gondor! Have heart! There's more to come! The heads of the slain into the city. We cannot allow this terror to break the hope of the people.
Alright, so where are the heads? I need to...
Look to the fields! A siege tower of the enemy approaches!
I don't think this is gonna... I don't think I'm doing the right thing down here.
Weaken those grapnels and lessen their burden on the wall! The tower burns! Escape through the wall before it collapses!
Try this again. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to get that one. Alright, so what else? Oh, right there. Okay. Alright, here we go.
Our foes cease their attack. Men, prepare what you can and make ready for the next assault. I do not believe my eyes. Their numbers still grow, even after all we have slain.
If they cannot master the wall, they will make for the great gate.
No weapon or beast can penetrate the gate, we friend here. It would be the enemy's greatest folly to send his forces against it.
He sends no orc against it. Look beyond the flames towards Osgiliath. The great ram Grond has been repaired and makes for Minas Tirith. We must move to the gate at once and make our stand against the enemy.
Wow, I picked up a silver and a bronze reward. Okay. All right, well, I survived. Not sure how I did it, but I did. Talk to Mithran Deer in the southeastern area of the second circle. There he is.
Stand, soldiers of Gondor. Do not give in to fear.
They must be strong. This is the hour.
Grond approaches. It must not reach the gate.
The enemy has prepared the great ram Grond. The great beast pulled it across the Pelennor, creeping ever closer to the city. It must not reach the gate.
Hammer of the Underworld. Let's see if I can actually spend some of these points I've got. Yeah, I think the, yeah, okay. Hammer of the Underworld. The defenders of Gondor struggle to hold the line as Grond, the great ram of the enemy, crawls toward the gates of Minas Tirith. Grond must be destroyed before it can serve its vile purpose. Sauron's armies have repaired the great ram Grand and now send it against the gates of Minas Tirith. We must hold against the enemy's forces until Grand and its wielders are within shot. Only then will we have an opportunity to act against it.
Follow me quickly, for we have no time left to spare. Sauron has revealed his vile design, my friend. We must act against it before the hour is too late. For all his pride, he chose to honor Morgoth, his master of old, who once bore the great hammer, Grond.
Does the hammer fall then upon all of Middle-earth?
It may or it may not. The fate of Minas Tirith shall decide a great many other things.
I do not doubt the strength of the Great Gate, but we must destroy Grond. I will not leave the fate of Gondor to chance.
Our doom comes, Mithrandir. You must know this. Are we even certain it can be destroyed?
Come, Coniskill. If any among us could answer that for better or worse, I would already be back in one of the taverns. Enough! We have lost many already. But we must hold out long enough to destroy Grond. Mithrandir, will you follow onto the wall? I fear that, without your presence, our men may soon fall to despair.
I shall do what I can to combat this deepening darkness.
Stand fast and hold your ground. Hasten the attack! Focus on staying alive. down before we can incite the enemy's forces!
Assail the tower and set it aflame!
All right, where's the third one? There it is.
The tower burns! Escape through the wall before it collapses!
Okay, let me go back and see if I can get the other two. Let me see if I can get the other two. Where are they? Where are the drums? Where are the drums? I don't see drums. Okay. I guess I'll just do that. Okay, there they are.
forces of the enemy shift below. We must move to aid the other defenders. Focus on staying alive, men. Let's clear them out.
All right, here we go.
has climbed into one of the towers and seeks to claim more heads for the enemy. Make haste to defeat him!
Got him.
Look to the field! A siege tower of the enemy approaches!
All right, where's the third one? Where's the third one? There it is.
The tower burns! Escape through the wall before it collapses!
Is that it?
Thrall is within catapult shot. We must destroy it before it reaches the gates.
I don't know what I'm to do here.
Fire! It cannot be allowed to breach the gates!
Where is it? I don't... Oh. I think I need to get the other one. No, there is no. That is the one I'm supposed to be at. Then how do I hit it?
Look above! One of the enemy's beasts flies low, just out of shot. Do the Nazgul themselves now come to bring us to ruin? It does not catch flame, and none of our weapons can damage it.
Hopefully that'll do it. All right, where is... Must be here. I don't think I'm going to succeed in this one. This one's not looking very good. All right.
The tower burns! Escape to the wall before it collapses! defense are broken. We must fall back behind the gate. Focus on staying alive. Back up, boys!
Hold behind the gates! Hold for dawn!
Okay. Alright. I guess I must have completed it. There's Mithrandir. Here we go. As the Witch King of Angmar. I picked up another silver and bronze battle reward.
Has served its purpose. The darkest hour is at hand.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
We must get to the gate. Tell me when you are ready.
All right, we will continue on.
To the gate! Few in Middle-earth can defy the Witch King of Angmar, but in this darkest hour, I will stand against him.
Stay back. You have become mighty indeed during your adventures, but the evil that now stands in the ruin of the gate is beyond your measure. Only I can stand against the Witch King now.
You will not enter here. Go back to the abyss. It awaits you and your master.
Fool. This is my hour.
Can you not hear? The dawn is coming, and with it comes hope.
Nothing comes for you but death. Die now.
You must protect Peregrine.
What news? I heard shouts of terror and dismay, but I could not find what had caused them. Before you could say a word, his eyes widened in surprise.
And so it ends. The wizard is slain, and it will trouble my master no longer. The city is taken. What few defenders remain in the city will be rooted out and brought to this high place, and it is here that they will die. You live only because I commanded it. But once the last cries of the dying have faded into the wind, you too will follow them.
Where is the steward? The pretender. I am here, vermin. I fight for my people.
What could we have done? A shrill...
Lord!
Flee, young peregrine!
After him.
They got him.
Do you understand? With the things I have seen, this must be what will happen. This sad fate awaits us. It cannot be avoided.
Do you understand at last the words I have spoken? Do you finally see that this doom cannot be avoided? What the heck? Was that all a dream? Do you understand? It is not needless cruelty that drove this tale of mine. No. It is kindness, for my words wove a picture of the fate that awaits us all. It cannot be avoided. Better to accept the road and set our affairs in order than to fight it fruitlessly. In fewer than 3 hours it will be the 14th of March. We are unlikely to live until the dawn of the 15th. You shake your head to clear it, but your mind is still foggy. Is it really only 9:30 in the evening of the 13th of March? The account seems so vivid, so real. Your eyes turn to the palantir. Denethor laughs, but there is no humor in it. I have wrestled with the seeing stone for many days, Hunter. I am not surprised that the experience left you feeling unwell and particularly susceptible to the words that I spoke. Can you not see how the tale that I spun for you must surely follow from the images you beheld within the stone? The end has come. The end has come. The armies have not yet surrounded Minas Tirith, but they will. The folk have not yet thrown in with the withered tree, but they will. Grond has not yet come to the gates, but it will. How long can they stand against that ram? If they even last a minute longer than I believe, that will be a triumph. But it will not matter. All that I have told you will come to pass. You try to tell the steward that he is wrong, but you cannot find the words. You have seen what I saw on the stone.
Hirgan and the Red Arrow did not make it to Rohan, and the foolish one Mithrandir sent to Mordor as a captive in Cirith Ungol. Yes, I know of that errand, and I know that it has failed. Whatever that fool brought with him is now gone. If it is the weapon that I perceive, then it will not matter if the gates of Minas Tirith last 5 minutes or 5 hours. The end will come. It has already come. Go. Go and die. Every person in this city will follow you soon. That was just an instance that we did.
I saw you not 10 minutes ago, when I brought you before the steward.
Hello there, Sanjandra. How was your audience with the steward? At the sound of the young hobbit's voice, a tremendous smile brightened your face, and you fight the urge to clasp Pippin in a tight embrace. What is the joke, Sanjandra? I've never seen you this happy. It is a little peculiar, if you ask me, this being wartime and all, but I suppose that is no reason to look out onto the bright side, is it? You do seem a little flustered, now that I think about it. Both happy and sad at the same time, if that makes any sense. I saw you not 10 minutes ago when the steward summoned you before him. What could you have talked about in so short a time that would work such a change in you?
I will not ask what you discussed with the steward. It is no business of mine.
I will do as I am told, though it may not amount to great service in the tales of the heroes. May it prove to be as useful as important as any hobbit deserves. But you should find Gandalf. I know that he's very worried about the city and about Gondor, and any information you might have about the steward's state of mind could be useful to him. Oh, did I say Gandalf? I mean, you should find Mithrandir. I will never get used to calling him that, Jantra. What does he need 2 names for, anyway? It is not proper. You point out that the young Took himself has 2 names, going sometimes by Peregrine and sometimes by Pippin. That is different. That's different. You got me. Well played, Shanchandra. Well played indeed. So let's see what Mithrandir has to say.
You spoke with the steward. Worry is etched upon your face, my friend.
I understand you had an audience with Denethor. I might have given you some wisdom concerning how to handle the steward, but I was not consulted. I trust you did not spoil any of our plans or cause any harm that cannot be undone. You tell Mithrandir that Denethor spoke to you of many things, and that he saw within the depths of a palantir. At that, Mithrandir looks up at you sharply. So, the Anarstone did remain within the tower. I had wondered if it was so. Denethor has had a stubborn and strong will for all the years of his life, but if he seeks to gain some advantage over the enemy by using a palantir... You interrupt a wizard, and his initial offense is quickly assuaged, as swash as you recount the worrying tale of Denethor's prophetic words concerning the siege to come. Mithrandir is silent for a long while. Finally, he speaks. I do not think that he has seen the siege itself in the Anarstone, and that is very important to us. A palantir cannot be made to lie, though its images might deceive if the user interprets them incorrectly. But I think that the future which Denethor believes, while not certain, could still come to pass. There's a question that his tale raises in my mind, a question I had not fully considered until now. Where was Rohan? If the events of the coming siege will indeed transpire as Denethor foretells, and Theoden does not come to the aid of Gondor, then I fear that what the steward of Gondor, he may be right. Minas Tirith will fall. It is absolutely imperative that you learn what has happened to the riders of Rohan. They must come to Minas Tirith in time, or all is lost. The siege is still ahead. Time yet remains.
I feared it might be so.
And I just completed Volume 4, Book 4, The Siege of the White City, on a legendary server. Title, Glimmer in the Dark. Book 5, Chapter 1, The Spread of a Rumor. But I do believe at this point I am going to go ahead and hold the end of my stream here, and we will continue this part later on. I thank everyone for joining me today. We had a good time. I will try to stream again on Sunday, and we'll try to continue this right here because we are getting so close to the main battle of the Pelennor Fields. I'm glad you were here, Dust Discard, and I'm glad you guys were here. So please, be safe, my friends. Take care. Have a good day, and I will see you all very, very soon.